Bringing you this live from Southwest China's Chengdu, a very special place at the Sanxingdui ruins and at a museum park built on the ruins. And it's considered one of the largest and greatest archaeological findings in this century in human civilization. And we're going to embark a journey tracing back to 3,000 years ago. And also today is a Lantern Festival. A special ceremony is being held right here. But I need a little bit of help here. I have Wang Mingjie, a guide here at Sanxingdui, and she's going to share all the knowledge she got from the Sanxingdui ruins and all about the history and the relics discovered here, with history almost 3,000 years ago. But first, speaking of the ceremony, we can hear the loud noises, the sound, and see right there, we have a lot of people visiting Sanxingdui today, waiting for that ceremony. It's like a parade, right? So, about this ceremony, I learned the last time it was held, it was like 3 years ago, before COVID. So basically, right now, China eased COVID restrictions. The ceremony also came back. So tell us a little bit more about this ceremony. It has like 4 parts, different parts, right?
And the first part, in fact, here are the 4 parts, and they are almost worshipping the ancestor gods and the natural gods. And about the natural gods, for example, include the bird gods, and high mountain gods, and the sun gods, and many everything about the nature. And about the ancestor gods, maybe the king or high priest, and wizards. Do you know wizards?
Yeah, wizards. Yes.
Wizards, just the people who have magic power can touch the gods. They have the magical power doing everything. Because more than 3,000 ago, the ancient Shu people, they believe the gods. They want good fortune and the good harvest, was some other things from the natural gods and the ancestor gods. So they will doing some ritual activities to worship the gods. About the ritual activities, we can say maybe dancing.
Yeah, dancing.
By dancing, singing, or the overstriding the fire. Or other things. Especially at that time, in fact, only the upper class, for example, the king or high priest, could hold this ceremony. Ordinary people are not allowed to hold the ceremony in ancient Chinese culture. Especially the bronze human, just the bronze high priest. They will rope a lucky ribbon and a lucky wooden plaque, just to that lucky tree.
Yeah. So look, we have a lucky tree right over there, behind the clouds. That tall tree, and with all the right ribbons already tied knots right over there. I think that our viewers can also see it. Just as Ms. Wang just shared about this ceremony, it has 4 different parts. It's all about worshiping the gods, but it's worshiping the god of nature and also the gods from our ancestors. When they pass away, they went to the heaven, and they also bring good luck to us. We worship them to bring good fortune and luck. And I think it's quite interesting about the god of nature, the birds, the mountain, the trees, and that kind of comes back to the Chinese culture and civilization. It's also about harmony. It's also about harmony coexisting with the nature. It's not just about us. It's about a lot of things. And right here. So the yin-yang pattern right here is very famous, of course, across different around the world about China, even though it's not really necessary from Sanxingdui. But here at the main stage, it has this yin-yang pattern.
Yeah, yin-yang pattern just shows the idea, the harmony, maybe combination humanity and nature. In fact, also the philosophy of the Chinese people. But this one not belongs to the Sanxingdui culture. We can see that's one just the stage, just 3 floors.
So
3
the
floors.
altar behind us,
altar,
it has like 3 different levels and steps, stages, and they are all replicas, or statues inspired from the relics discovered here at Sanxingdui.
Yeah, we can see just 2 god beasts.
So they are mythical beasts on the left and the right, the god beasts.
Yeah, god beasts. They, in fact, they are original from the bronze holy water, and the holy water has 3 levels, symbolize heaven, human world at the Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one God beast maybe symbolize Earth or underworld.
Okay.
Yeah, at that time. And especially in the middle of that stage.
Tall giant.
Yeah, the tall giant. In fact, this one just copy, just
yeah, it's a
bigger.
replica, yeah.
And its original, it is about 2.32 meters in height, and with a poetry of 1.72 meters in height. And its body is hollow inside.
Hollow inside?
Yes, hollow inside. This is made of bronze, with over 180 kilograms.
Okay.
And we can see his face is very strange. Big eyebrows, big eyes, big nails, very exaggerated. And he wears a flower-shaped crop and wears special, the fashionable clothes. Later we will see the maybe the actors of the ceremony. You will see they wear so many beautiful clothes. The clothes have many patterns on it, such as a dragon, birds, and worms. Do you know worms? Worm. Do you know silkworm?
Yes, silkworm.
In fact, in Sichuan is one of the birthplaces of Chinese silk to make clothes.
Yeah. The Shu.
Yes, Shu. No, you know. Yeah, Shu. Another name about the Sichuan. Shu in 说文解字, a Chinese dictionary of the words. Shu maybe means silkworm.
Ah.
Yeah, you will.
Because the characters, right? It has like the inside in the middle. That's the Chinese characters. But again, it's a Lantern Festival, and this Spring Festival celebration is very special. It comes after China eased its COVID restrictions, and I learned there are so many people coming to visit Sanxingdui, and the tourist volume during the 7-day holiday for the Spring Festival, the first 7 days of the Chinese New Year, actually increased by over 50% compared to last year. And again, the Lantern Festival is considered the conclusion of the Spring Festival celebrations. And that's why we are having another really big crowd today, and they are having the last blast of celebrating the New Year, because tomorrow will be, of course, tomorrow is Monday, it's work day, and people will get back to work at a full swing. And for a lot of the celebrations and ceremonies held during the Chinese Spring Festival or the Lantern Festival is also about to ask for prosperity, good luck for the new year. And again, for the ceremony held here at Sanxingdui, worshiping God, sacrifices, is also being like prosperity and the luck. But why is so important in Chinese culture? Have you ever thought about it or studied about it?
The sacrifice?
Like the sacrifice or the worship for good luck and prosperity, about harmony in Chinese culture.
Oh yeah. In fact, maybe many people saw that many years ago they will doing some human sacrifice. But in Sanxingdui, still now we not have the human sacrifice. No evidence for that. But we found some jade.
Jade, yeah?
Yeah, maybe jade.
Right over there we have
gold.
jade.
Yeah, jade.
He's right over there.
Jade and gold, and especially the bronze. And the jade, we know jade culture is quite popular in Chinese culture, enjoy very long history. And the ancient people saw that the jade also have some magic power. Ancient Shu people offer them to the gods, will bring the happiness, good fortune to the ordinary people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's walk up to the altar, because the parade will finish the previous show and comes to this is the final show. That will be the sacrifice part, the worshiping God part, but no human sacrifice. It's about jade, it's about an ox, goats, etc. But I can already see some like drummers already in costumes in place right over there.
Yeah.
So the mask they are wearing is actually inspired from the masks on Earth here at Sanxingdui, right?
Yeah. And we can see the actors, their masks also quite famous in Sanxingdui culture. We can see this one maybe, for example, this one just a bronze mask with protruding eyes. Protruding eyes. And because we know the ancient people, especially wizards, wear a mask so that they can talk to the gods. In addition, we can see these protruding eyes. In Sanxingdui culture also have this worship, eye worship.
Eye worship?
Yeah, maybe the eyes have the magical power. The eyes can see future. So they are very quite to emphasize its eyes.
It's like a telescope, and it kind of communicates with the gods, right? That's why it kind of intrudes a little bit, it extends a little bit. And again, before I think the show is coming to us very soon, but just kind of to visualize what Miss Wang just told us about the masks and things, I have little toys here. So first, this is the most famous mask, I think, on Earth from Sanxingdui, right?
It's original, just a gold mask. Gold mask. We can see their eyes just hollow. But this one can't. The Asian Shu people can't put in the real human face. This one maybe put on the bronze human heads.
Oh, yeah.
Bronze human heads. We know the gold is quite valuable.
Yes.
And quite valuable in ancient China. So that the wizards, especially the bronze human figures. Oh, sorry.
I think it's coming
the
to us.
ceremony is,
The ceremony is coming to us. And look at the drums first. Look at the drums first. And we need to find a place to hide us. And there are people running towards us. Look, that's the crowds. Again, as I mentioned, tourism volume here at Sanxingdui for people to study Asian Chinese culture and evidence tracing human civilization to over 3,000 years ago. Many people come. On Lantern Festival, if I'm correct, there will be like dances and other performances right at the center stage.
Yeah. Usually they will just by dancing, singing, or overstriding fire, or other ritual activities. Because they worship the gods.
And there's definitely fire. I can smell the burn. Yeah, there will be the torch pot.
First, about the fire. Do you know in ancient Chinese culture, 5 elements of the world? The metal, wood, fire, and water. Especially the fire, maybe symbolize the night. Night. And symbolize the fire. Sun worship at that time. Sun.
During the night time. The people are running towards us. I think they are the priests who are all fully dressed in the Sanxingdui costumes. They are coming to us very soon. And this is my first time to see this, actually. I believe you've seen this many times before.
Yeah, I saw many times before.
That's a lot of people. I mean, it's just 10 o'clock in the morning here in China, but people are already come to visit Sanxingdui.
Also, maybe nowadays the ordinary people also want good fortune and good harvest and or other things from the gods.
And it's no longer, the ceremony is no longer just for like loyalties or emperors. It's also for regular people to visit. I think that's also a very important part for like Sanxingdui ruins, for China's efforts to really delve into ancient Chinese civilizations. It's not just about bring back the history. It's also about to bring people to educate people, to give them knowledge, to trace our like human civilizations, our roots, etc. Again, like worship the god of nature and also our ancestors.
Especially the ancestors, gods. We know, maybe we know something, the knowledge from our ancestors.
Yeah, absolutely.
They teach us to maybe plant crops and or other some. Maybe today's the teachers just teach us some technologies. So ancestors is quite important in ancient Chinese people.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And what I found quite interesting is like the craftsmanship, all the bronze sculptures or the gold masks on Earth from Sanxingdui. They are very sophisticated, but it can trace back to 3,000 years ago. But all the details on the masks, the bronze sculptures are just superb.
there we have a ceremony in memory of the ancestor gods and natural gods. Yes, and we know today is a Nature Festival. It's a time of families and family reunion.
Yeah.
So here we hold the ceremony. Also wish everybody have a good fortune and the family reunion.
Absolutely, harmony for the new year. Oh, look, I think the priest is coming to us.
Yeah, our head of the parade is high priest.
The high priest.
Yeah, high priest. And the king and queen of the ancient Shu kingdom more than 3,000 ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we missed before because only the upper class, the king or high priest, could hold this ceremony. Ordinary people just follow them. They are not to hold this ceremony. Yeah.
That's a big crowd.
It's the crowd, yeah. And later we can see this flag. This flag have some
Banners,
patterns, just some the birds pattern.
Yeah.
And also have the Chinese character Shu. We mentioned before Shu. Another name about Sichuan. And the Shu means silkworm. You will see its style. Maybe looks like a silkworm.
Yeah.
Well, especially in countryside now, we also found some silk remains on the surface of the bronze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, on the bronze sculptures, there will be like silk, like leftovers.
Yes, just on the surface of the bronze, archaeologists found some silk remains.
It could be like when they kind of buried all the masks or the bronze sculpture, they might wrap it with silk or whatnot. It's possible, or it can be another like silk products buried along with all the masks and etc.
Okay, we can see these actors they hold the ivory. That's one ivory. Do you know?
Ivory from the
ivory.
But these are not real ivories, by the way. It just looks, it's replica. It's not real ivories.
Yeah, this one just, of course, just copied. Just the ivories. In Sanxingdui site, also found many cultural relics, especially the ivories, jade, gold, and bronze. And the ivories belongs to the Asian elephants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elephants.
It could be mammals because back then 3,000 years ago.
Maybe mammal was so very big, very giant.
Yeah.
And Asian elephants. Okay. And besides the elephants ivories, we can see also have some animals. These animals have the goat,
like
goat
ox.
and ox. Maybe have the pig.
Yeah,
A pig. Yeah. The three animals also quite popular in ancient Chinese culture.
Yeah.
In memory of the ancestor gods. Okay, they also wear a mask with protruding eyes. Okay, and next one we can see is our head cast of dragon pattern. Very non patterns.
Yeah.
That's one dragon pattern. Dragon, 回龙, do you know? Yes, 回龙 in Chinese culture. Just a dragon, but only one foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they will come to this stage and to worship to the ancestor.
That's bronze nice standing figure. Yeah. Okay. And this bronze human figure symbolizes the king or high priest.
Oh, okay.
Maybe also the gods. Yeah. The girls, they cosplay the jade, bee. Bee, do you know?
Oh,
Bee.
jet beam.
Yeah, we can see round artifacts, but and a small hole inside. Yeah, this one is original. It's a jade. We call it bee. Bee in Chinese culture used to worship the gods of the sky. Do you know this idea? Ancient Chinese people built this idea. The sky is round, the earth is clear. So they use the round jade artifacts to symbolize round sky. Oh, so linking sky and earth.
I'm definitely learning a lot of things today, and I hope that our viewers from around the world are also learning something. If you have anything to ask us, just leave a comment and we can try to explain it. So it will be like a dance performance.
Dancing performance.
They are holding the cave of
the high priest
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
the just the scepter.
Oh, the scepter.
Scepter.
And there is a little kid like holding the cape.
Yeah. Maybe it was a marriage really.
Yeah, it looked bit like a wedding ceremony.
But we can say it's a scepter. Scepter just symbolize power hold by king or high priest.
Wow.
And the head of the scepter just god beast, mixture of just the human face and bird body.
Oh, human face and bird body.
Yeah.
The scepters, right?
Yeah. Oh, they're dancing. Oh, those girls maybe looks like the birds dancing in the ceremony.
Or like a phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Or the sunbird. Like it's also
Sunbirds. Yeah. Sunbird.
古之祭礼必用武，以武于神的方式，在中国传承至今。古蜀国族人用最虔诚的舞蹈，
I know this ceremony is what we kind of think about, like for like 3,000 years, how our ancestors worship God. But still, definitely, I can see the immersive experience with the audience and
大祭司
what not.
诵
Right?
读祭文。
So I heard like the high priest will actually read out something.
蜀人后裔，几句国谣牺牲，致祭于蜀先祖之灵前。其死月，为天垂下，日月流，为地载德，民无心藏。国泰岁国，祭照。 蚕丛成立，庶民蚕桑；渔夫田猎，红叶徽章。建都平野，四世齐昌。国祚圣楼，终被典章。民因不复，文明为王。
like how important family is to the Chinese culture, and for a lot of the ceremonies, if you have Chinese also about prosperity, about love, it's about families to get together. Harmony is very important. It's a key message to the Chinese culture and key elements.
金生玉振，凤主龙翔，三星夜耀，四海。
I watched the movie as well. Even it's a science fiction movie, but also it's about a family. What I am observing is it's like they come in like families for all the visitors. Like they will bring their little kids, of course, and even their grandparents. It's like a whole family visit. And also to a lot of parts of the touristy sites here in China, it's always like a family event. So the whole family will come. It's not just about the father. It's not about just about the kids. It's about like grandparents, etc.
殿爵。
If I'm correct, I believe the high priest will come to the tree and tie the knots for the good luck, right?
Yeah.
And there will be a huge crowds rushing after the high priest. But we're going to learn more about the Sanxingdui culture. But come with us. We find a little pathway that we're actually go inside of Sanxingdui to talk further about reunions.
Yeah. The restoration center.
We're going to come to the restoration center for the Sanxingdui Museum. Let's calm down first.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there are hundreds, even thousands of relics, pieces discovered here at Sanxingdui ruins. And I believe the first piece was unearthed back in 1986.
Yeah.
But during the past, like the 3 decades, right?
Yeah.
Our century now.
Yeah.
3 decades. for scientists or Chinese experts have been working very hard is actually to bring all the pieces together. And during the past decade or so, there have been huge breakthroughs that were discovered like unearthed relics from different caves, but people can put it together. That's like another form of unity, of harmony, and it kind of somewhat kind of clicks with the Lantern Festival about to get back together with piece history back together, with piece all the relics back together. But again, Sanxingdui, the ruin is very big actually. And tell us a little bit about the scale of this, because there is also an expansion happening. A new hall is being built right over there. So, would you mind to share with us like the gist about this site?
Yeah, okay. In fact, first, the Sanxingdui enjoys renowned history. In some detail, it could back from 28th century BC to 7th century BC. At its important age is more than 3,000 ago. Okay, it is equivalent to the Shang Dynasty in Yellow River, and the Shang Dynasty also the Bronze Age in China. And our Sanxingdui site, it is about 12 square kilometers.
12 square kilometers.
Yeah. And the central area used to be a city, which was wall eastern, western, southern, northern sides, the city wall around it.
And bamboos, by the way. So because here in Sichuan is also famous for pandas, or not really the birthplace for pandas, but most pandas come from like Chengdu or Sichuan along the mountain areas here. So you mentioned, continue. What do you have just said about the gist of this?
This site. Okay. And the study shows the city used to be the capital city of the ancient Shu Kingdom. And the capital city study shows the city it is about 3.6 square kilometers. And the first discovery about Sanxingdui, in fact, in 1929 by Yan Daocheng, a local farmer who dug out almost 400 jet pieces while drilling a ditch around his courtyard. And the important discovery in 1986 year, you mentioned before, 2 sacrificial pits were uncovered. In 2 pits, we found many cultural relics, such as ivories, jade, gold, especially bronze, some bronze masks, and the stones, the vault. And later, maybe from the 2019 year to 2020 year, and we also six new sacrificial pits were uncovered.
So this is the back door into the restoration area. Usually, a visitor will come from the front door, but we found a little secret pathway for our viewers. So we're entering the restoration hall. Still, actually, some people we're going to skip the ceremony and already visiting all the magics right here.
There are the cultural relics. Just
are
some
these
bronze.
replicas or they are real things?
This one just bronze human head.
Okay.
You mentioned before that's gold mask. The gold mask is the bronze human heads more than 3,000 ago maybe wear the gold masks.
Oh, so all these.
No, just maybe
the hats.
Bronze,
Okay.
It's bronze human heads. And the bronze human heads, we saw that maybe the image of the wizards.
Oh, wizards.
Wizards which before. The people who have the magic power can touch the gods.
And this one, this big one, it's one of the most famous or iconic pieces, and it's also it was first made public last year, right? During the Spring Festival Gala.
You know, just the bronze large mask is the biggest mask so far, of Sanxingdui culture, and its first show was on the CCTV Spring Festival Gala
last year, right?
Last year, the year of tiger, and this one was uncovered from the number 3 sacrificial pit, the new sacrificial pit. It is about 161 centimeters in width and 61 centimeters in height. With over 60 kilograms.
60 kilograms.
More than 60. The kilograms. And we can see his face also very strange. thick eyebrows, big eyes.
It's all exaggerated. But we don't know. Maya 3,000 years ago, we looked just like this. I don't know. It could be. And there have been a lot of people enthusiasts thinking about like Sanxingdui culture can be an alien civilization or whatnot. But that's very interesting. Another story that we can tell in the future. But behind the glass, these are the restoration work, right?
Yeah, restoration room. And in fact, the many rooms are divided into several parts. Maybe the pottery room and jade room and the metal, especially the bronze room. And those are our restorers. Yeah, we know restorers is quite important for cultural lags because our Sanxingdui, the cultural lags, when uncovered, in fact, was broken into many pieces. In fact, ancient Shu people, more than 3,000 ago, smashed and burned them, and finally put them into the sacrificial pits. Still now we don't know why.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why they smashed and burned it. But it's probably just easier to kind of to hide them or to bury them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are, but again, as I mentioned, during the past decades or so, there have been a lot of restoration work, and for a lot of pieces, they have already been found, belong together, and there are some of the other pieces, right?
Yeah, that's one also quite nice. Just the bronze human figure, but it was also broken in many pieces.
Behind the
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
That's one. Yeah.
That huge, that's the human figure, right?
Yes.
And there will be the beast statues as well, right?
Yeah, in fact, the bronze human figures has a strange face and a strange body. His body is built. In fact, this one piece of the bronze human figure was uncovered in 1986 year from number 2 sacrificial pit. And
decades ago.
yeah, and other pieces was uncovered in 2022 year from the number 8 sacrificial pit. That is to see, after over 3,000 years, they have reunited.
Wow, that's just a romantic story, to be honest, I have to say.
Yeah, it's quite romantic, I think.
Yeah, thinking about like just it was broken to pieces 3,000 years ago before it was buried, but now with our modern technologies, and we can actually start to restore it and bring it back together. And again, today's a Lantern Festival. It's also about it's about family reunions. It's about harmony as well. And earlier we showed you the ceremony held here at the Sanxingdui Museum, built on the Sanxingdui ruins, one of the largest and greatest archaeological findings in this century for human civilization that can trace back the civilization over 3,000 years ago about Chinese culture and etc. And hopefully you learned something. I've learned a lot from Wang Mingjie, our guide today, and thank you so much for your time. And stay tuned for other CGTN live streams. And for now, I'm going to wrap it up. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned.